It's really windy outside and I have my window open because it's like... Do you hear the wind? Is the wind really distracting? Is the wind taking the focus off of my... Look. I don't know how to fold a bandana. Hey, Elizabeth. Hey, Peach. The focus off of my... Look. What? Look, we're going to try to fold a bandana over my head. Like I'm a gangsta. Or a biker. Hey, Audrey. Oh, good morning. Here she goes. I know you fold it like this, right? There's High Priestess. You guys should go over to High Priestess's channel. High Priestess, will you put your link in the chat so I could pin it? She does really cool readings. Hey, Chicken Lady. So I think you go like this. And then... No! Oh, wait! I think I did it. No, I didn't. How come I don't look cool like in sync? Hey, for Advocate. Hey, Pepperly. Start with the bottom corners. Okay, Beck. Which corners you talking about? Are you talking about the square corners? Hey, Wandering Sand. Okay, so if I go like this, help a brother out. Now, don't I fold it into a triangle? Patty, that's the point. Lots of love to you, Nettie. So I'm going to fold it like this. I think I was on to something there. Hey, Angela. Okay, and then if I go like this, I'm going to tie it around my face. Ooh, I could just kind of do the Lady Gaga thing and do this the whole time, but I can't really read anything. What if I just sat here quiet the whole entire stream like this and didn't say anything at all? Did I scare you? Well, gather around so I could scare you some more. No chance. No dance. No chance. No dance. No chance. Love me, give me second chances. That's so cool! We're doing chocolate today. I thought you were making a headband. No, Beck, I just really kind of don't know what to do with it. And this morning, I feel like I'm stuck in the early 2000s. Hey, Brandy, did you know that I graduated high school 21 years ago? As of, today's 6/6. Oh, today's the Devil's Playground Day. It's 6/6/21. And did you know that I have a friend that she had her son was born on 6/6 of 2006? Did you know that? It is Justin Timberlake. I'm just on a little vacation, just having fun. Thank you. I didn't want the paparazzi to follow me, but that's okay because you're fun. Hey, Tia. Do you guys want to know something? I was never look back. Yeah, well, my 20-year reunion was supposed to be last year. Wearing a sweater and actually, I really don't know why I'm wearing a sweater because it's hot here too. I'll probably strip during this live stream, not in a sexual way, but I'll probably, because I'm sexually desirable to a lot of people, it'll probably come off that way, but it's not. So back off. Love you, April. So anyways, I was looking at, okay, so my friend Darling Nikki, I'm going to drag her on this live stream. So I hope you're watching, Nikki. Put a knife in the chat if you are. Hey, Pink Peony. Hey, Leisha, I love you. Talking about doing 20. Oh, yes. COVID hit last year, so we couldn't do our 20-year reunion. Now it's 21. Hey, Joe the cat. 21 years. By the time we actually celebrate our 20-year reunion, half of the population of our community in our senior class is going to be long gone. Because guaranteed 75% of them are going to take that free flight to Mars that everyone's talking about. So they could have a free ride and they're never going to come back. Hopefully they put the jocks on that flight, right? Not the hot ones, though. You want to know something kind of weird? And I'm not naming names. Because I actually like her. Well, and you guys don't know her. I just don't want to name her name. Leisha knows who I'm talking about because Leisha graduated with me. Oh, no, Just Marie's in the ER. Everyone put hearts for Just Marie. I hope everything's okay. Hey, Tracy. There was this girl. You know who I'm talking about, right, Leisha? She still looks like a Barbie to this day. She's gorgeous. Literally, I'm not exaggerating when I say she looks like a Barbie doll. She kind of looks like Carrie Underwood too, but she looks like a Barbie doll. She hung out with like the, sports guys, and she married a really hot jock. I mean, we're talking hot. He's never going to look ugly ever. Even when he's 80, I'm sure he's still going to be really hot, even when he's flaccid. He might, well, we won't get into that. But her water, hey, Marlene, her water broke. Do you remember that, Alicia? So the night before we had like a bar celebration for the 10-year reunion. And then the next day, her water broke we did a barbecue and her water broke before I even got there. And did you know that the person that put together my 10-year reunion actually died this year? Yeah, she had cancer and she was really beautiful. You want to know something? I actually had a crush on her in middle school. I used to listen to that song purposely. I knew she'd be walking down the street, walking to school, and I'd listen to that song. Don't go chasing waterfalls. Please stick to the rivers and the lakes that you used to. Thinking that was going to impress her. She didn't even look my way. Her name was Brooke, and she was a wonderful, beautiful person, and she just passed away. Enough with the bad news. Well, I titled this, What Are You Complaining About Now? You want to know why? So my friend, let me get back to dragging Nikki. Nikki, I hope you're tuned in. Morning, I loved her. Cancer does suck. Marlene's one of my good friends, and she has been in remission from cancer. So her and I met when we were in flight attendant school together. Huh, Marlene? Yeah, Brooke was really pretty. Anyways, my friend, darling Nikki, has the nerve to introduce me to watching a channel called Matthew Santaro. Okay? So hey, Ginger Snaps. So I start watching him, and then his videos pop up in my feed, and I like his paranormal stuff, and I'm like getting into it and stuff. So this is like a job for him, I guess. Some YouTubers get on here to make it a job because you do make money if you're monetized. And I think he has like 6-point-something million followers, right? So I click on this video the other day, and I immediately get insanely irritated by this man, which most men do tend to do to you. Did you know that? You know what he starts complaining about? I want you to guess. And if you know, you know what I'm talking about, you keep your mouth shut. I want you to guess. Oh, thank you, Sonny Robinson. Do you want to know what he's complaining about? Hold on, let me take a hit of this cranberry juice. I think I got some stones going up in here or something. I'm not really sure what's going on down there. But I drink cranberry to dissolve stones. If your daughter had cancer and got a stem cell transplant. Amen, Sheila. Thank you, Cece. Yeah, exactly. And you can go check out his Social Blade, because Social Blade, hey, Ruby, kind of tells you, no, he's not complaining about sex, Nicola. No, because I would do him. But I think he put caps on his teeth. Hey, Adrian. Thanks, no patience. We were trying to wrap it up at the beginning of this stream. He was complaining about, hey, Just Jim, he doesn't know if he can come on YouTube anymore as much as he does. Do you want to know why? Yes, Tennille. Right there. Money and views. You want to know something? When I started coming onto YouTube, okay, I started on my other channel, Save Robbie Entertains, which you should go and follow that channel, by the way, okay? Did you know that my music sucks so bad that Molly Golightly said that I should start a separate channel so that people didn't have to hear my shitty music and instead they could just hear me talk. So I started a different channel. And then you want to know what happened after that? I hit, it took me seriously, it took me 6 months to hit 1,000 subscribers. It took me a long time. Nobody cared. Nobody wanted to listen to me talk because I was a boozy alcoholic. Well, thank you, Angela. There's one smart person in the room. Hey, Jennifer Green. So anyways, then you get monetized and I was like, oh shit. I mean, I don't need it, but it's nice to have. Oh, thank you, Tia. Oh, I will definitely give Carol a kiss. I gave her a bath this morning. So I look at it because you really can lose your monetization. You can lose your channel, anything at any given moment, right? So I start listening to this guy. Hey, Mia. He starts talking about how he doesn't think he could come back on YouTube because it's costing him more money. He's putting more money into making videos than he's making on them. And you know what he said? He said, and I only made $100 off this one video. Huh? I mean, I guess if you're making a living and you're putting out, he said he puts out multiple videos a week. That's amazing, no patience. See, we all come together somehow. So I'm looking at his videos and I'm like, okay, so in each one of them, I'm seeing he's just talking about stuff and maybe showing pictures and paranormal stuff like that, right? So all of a sudden, oh, I love you, Kate. Hey, Lorraine. He says he's putting more money into it. And I'm like, wait a minute. What did I do this morning? I got up. I scratched my nutsack twice because I thought maybe I might have had, there was I don't know. I definitely don't have crabs, but felt like there was something crawling around over there, but sometimes it's mind over matter. So I itched it twice just in case, just to get it out of the way, just to get it off if there was a bug down there crawling around. And then I went and I brushed my teeth. And then I came over here and I started to talk to you guys. So I'm thinking about this Matthew Sataro. It didn't cost me any money to do that. You know that it's free to itch your nutsack. Did you know that? Did you know that? Completely free. Free of charge. Priceless. So, hey, Siren Jag. So I understand that, he's editing. So I'm listening to this video. I think he posted it. I don't know if it was this morning or yesterday, something like that. And he's talking about what money, because maybe people were giving him a hard time since he made that other video. Thank you, Mama Jane. I love you too. Since he made the other video saying that maybe he couldn't come on. So then he's like, I have a good friend. I pay him to edit my videos. It is a lot of work to edit videos. It is. It could be tiring. Now, if YouTube was because I consider myself on here just like a live streamer because editing videos really does take a long time. I haven't even really made new music at all simply because I don't like how long it takes this shitty laptop to upload music. And it's annoying, especially when you're in a creative mode and you just want to get it out there. So I could imagine maybe, if he's a full-time YouTuber and it takes a lot to put out multiple videos a week and to edit it, I totally get that part. But if you're complaining about money and stuff, here's my thoughts on that. When I watch his videos, it's technically just him talking about a story or top 10 stuff, and there's really not special effects except for throwing some pictures in there, right? I absolutely do not rely on YouTube revenue, Brianna. Absolutely not. And I think that's dangerous to do that, to be honest. That's just my opinion. Why doesn't he just log in and go live stream? Because wait a minute, I'm getting to the kicker here. Just log in and live stream if you're complaining about that. Because he said he's not getting enough views, right? He had millions of views when I looked. Thank you, Jennifer. I actually had a friend, Miss Teely, her cute little Australian sons were singing every word to Green Means Go without the music even playing, to my song Green Means Go. I was like, oh my God. My music may not be multi-platinum, but I'll tell you what, there's children singing it in Australia, so that tells you something. I'm proud. Thank you, Super AK. You want to know? Matthew Centauro said after that. Do you want to know? Matthew Centauro, that's who we're discussing. He said, if you guys want, in order to make up for, his YouTube revenue, he said to go follow him on Twitch where he could make more money off of you. And he'll do live streams over there. I'm like, wait a minute. First of all, I've never even gone to Twitch. I've never even used it. Thank you, Sheila. Oh, I did write a song for my friend Marlene, you guys. It's called Marlene. I really did. It's a country song because she lives in the country. Oh, Marlene, she's a friend of mine. Oh, Marlene. How's it go, Marlene? I can count on her even though she's miles away. When I think about her, just can't wipe my smile away. I know I'll see her again. I just might have to take a good old trip again. Something like that. Anyways. It is kind of rude, Mandy. And so I'm listening to him and I'm thinking, you spoiled motherfucker. Sorry. I cussed. I didn't want to cuss today. But I did anyways. Here, we're going to go for the lunch lady look. Look at, I'm a lunch lady now. So don't mess with me because I'm preparing your food. Hey, Allison. So it just made me think, he does have monthly memberships, Brianna. I think he was talking about that. Or maybe he was talking about monthly memberships on his Twitch. Welcome, Andrea Delaney. Isn't he the one who was abused by a woman who put the deer fat? Siren Jag. By the way, yes, her name. Help me out here. She's the blonde. Oh, that makes me happy, Ruby. The blonde. She just walked off the Candace Owens show the other day. Come on, help me out. She's Canadian. Is he Canadian, by the way? I think he's Canadian too. Why can't people be grateful for what they have? Peach. Exactly. And you want to know what, Peach? I don't know who he is, but I don't do Twitter. Well, no. At that point, I feel like when you, because there's people, I understand maybe if you have like millions of followers and stuff, it's hard to check your messages or emails and stuff. Hey, break the silence. But you have to realize YouTube or any social media platform, you can, Nicole Arbor, thank you, that's her name. I don't know if I don't think they're still together. And I thought he batted for my team anyways. I could be wrong. Hey, bedtime clown. The way I look at the way I utilize my channel is it's a platform that I use. And ever since I came out being sober, it's a platform that I use because it benefits me in the way of it allows me to vent. It allows me to get my hyperness, my ADD, my ADHD out of my system and talk to you guys and bug you guys instead of calling people and harassing them in real life. Because other than that, I would just use my ADD or my ADHD to bug people because it's fun to bug people. But instead, I get to come on here and bug you guys and it gets it out of my system and it keeps me sober. So, yeah, I think he dated. It said his Wikipedia said he dated Nicole Arbor. Congratulations, Kate. Congratulations on getting sober. So when you have when you have somebody that's starting to complain about a blessing on YouTube, 6 million followers, that's quite the blessing. Not only financially for you, I'm sure, but emotionally and support-wise, that's a blessing. So at that point, maybe you just, you know what? Maybe this is what happens. Maybe when people make it big on YouTube or just big in the world in general, he's worth $3.5 million. Exactly, Courtney. And look, here's my problem. This is the point I was getting to. But again, I think I might have ADHD, so I was bouncing around that bush. I was not beating, I was bouncing around it. This is what he says to his viewers. He says, I care about you guys and I care to give you quality content. Okay, I'm listening. So that's why I pay somebody to edit my videos for me. But if you go and listen, you don't need to edit all that. He's entertaining when he talks, okay? And he gets his point across. Just log in and hit live and do that. I think you become picky and you become a perfectionist if you move up that high in the world, because then you're used to a certain lifestyle. So here's my opinion of what I think maybe happens. I think when they start out small and then they move bigger, like one of my favorites is, what's her name? Trisha Paytas. She's funny and she makes me laugh. But it looks like I don't know if she had a lot of money before she started. Thank you. I don't know if she had a lot of money before she started YouTube, but that girl's living large. I think she just bought a house with her fiance guy. They have like 8 or 9 bathrooms in their house. So when you make it to a certain area in your life where hey, Carrie, where you're making a certain amount of money and you're getting comfortable with a certain lifestyle, don't get too comfortable. Do you want to know why? Anything can happen. He's acting like we should pay to watch his videos on top. Yeah. So then I think maybe the problem is they start to live a little bit above what they, their means before of what they had. Hey, Susan. And so maybe they don't remember where they came from or whatever. Let me tell you something. If I hit $1 billion lottery, you want to know the first thing I would do? I would buy my parents a brand new home here in Colorado so we could be close. And then they would, have their other one. Hey, Amber Sky. It is beautiful, Ruby. And I mean, Trisha Paytas is adorable. And then I would make sure all of my close family members were taken care of and comfortable. And I'm a minimalist and I'm tired of cluttering stuff. And I would throw a shit ton of stuff away or put it in storage. And I would buy myself a tiny little place with maybe 2 bedrooms in case I have a guest. But I don't really like hanging around people. So maybe I'll just get a studio so I can make the excuse people can't hang out with me when they come. And I'd be a minimalist. As much as I love Trisha Paytas, 8 or 9 bathrooms for 2 people. There's people sleeping on sleeping bags in the snow in Denver, Colorado in the wintertime. I love you, Marlene. Exactly, Audrey. It may be gone one day. I've spoke about this before. You ever drive down the highway in your city, wherever you live, or you're just driving down the street, and you look over on the highway, and there's just this huge mural painting on the side of some freaking bridge that looks like it's made with expensive painting and an expensive artist. You know how much money went into just that stupid painting on the side of a highway, and how much material and money was put into that, when we could be giving it to homeless people. Now I'm going to get into this again because you guys, I don't know if I offended anybody last time I spoke about this, but I'm going to do it again. Do you guys believe in well, you know, when you lay somebody to rest, it's kind of a touchy subject because you want them, if you're burying them or whatever, their ashes spread, you want them to be happy, right? Well, the truth is they're dead. They don't have emotions anymore in that body because they've moved on. So I don't listen. When I die, come back to this video and listen to this when I die. I don't know how soon or how late it's going to be. But when I die, do not bury me. I guess I'm going to have to be cremated. I wanted to be stuffed. Don't do expensive shit for a funeral, and don't waste your money on shit. Because people are burying people in like $1,000 suits, and these coffins are so expensive. And all of this shit. You know that the saying, you can't take it with you, then stop fucking filling people's coffins up with jewelry. Go pawn that shit, and with the money that you get from it, go pay your bills, or go, if you're struggling, or go shove a sandwich in a homeless person's mouth. Exactly, Ruby. You want to be composted. Is that where people chop you up into fertilizer and put you into a garden? Then you could grow into a sunflower. There's a YouTuber who has millions of subs and his whole content feeds homeless or helps. See, that's awesome. That's awesome. And if he's doing that full time, I do hope that he keeps some of that for himself if that's what he does for a job. However, I wouldn't, you know, just, I can't see how somebody can rely on YouTube for a full-time thing, even with millions, because you never know what's going to happen. You put pictures of you in your dad's casket. See, that's meaningful. You know, it's just so you feel in your heart that you're there with them. But when there's like all, and I understand, like, oh, they want to be buried with this or that or that. I'm sorry, but when I see, and this is going to sound harsh, when I see homeless people all the time, I'm going to see them again today. I'm going to be downtown Denver all day, all night. Whether it's hot or cold or whatever it is, these people try to go into restaurants, gas stations, trains, buses, bus stations, train stations, just to either cool off or warm up because they're sleeping out in the streets. Sometimes you just see them sleeping on like the cement because they don't even have a blanket. So when I see that, and then I'm seeing people putting all this expensive blankets and shit into a casket, that makes me pretty mad, to be honest. Because people are like, oh, how can we help? How can we help? What's the solution? How are we going to feed the homeless? How are we going to keep them warm? You could start by taking that fucking heavy-ass $1 million blanket off that corpse. I mean, that's a start. No wonder you see a bunch of homeless people outside the cemeteries. They're waiting to dig up some gold. Your husband's grandma wanted to be buried with a doll smoking a cigarette that looked just like her. Well, that's cute. I mean, special little things, sure. But I want it to be well known that when I die, you take every single one of my things. Give the special stuff to my family and friends, and the rest of that shit you give to the homeless people. Hey, Brian. So getting back to Matthew Santaro, or Santaro, whatever his name is, I mean, your body decomposes and helps the roots of the trees. I want to do that. Yeah, that's what I want to do. I want my body to be put into fertilizer, and I want to be spread all over the crops that feed everyone. That way I could continue to feed and nurture people after I'm gone. Hey, just Steph, wanted to get cremated and have my son let me fly into the wind into the Teton Mountains. I'll leave him some money for the trip. That's so thoughtful. Yeah, like I want to be, that's what I want. So make it clear if I never get a chance to write a will, I want to be, I guess, cremated. Ooh, and I have Sandra's ashes over there. I want you to mix our ashes together and then make us and fertilize a shit ton of little, like a tree. So me and Sandra can grow into a tree together. And probably by then I'll have Carol's ashes, so mix those in there too. Okay? You want a natural burial, just graveside, no embalming, just put in a wicker basket. See, I'm scared that I'm going to come back to life when I'm underground and start screaming. So I don't want to be buried. But then what if I come to life while they're cremating me? I guess I'd go quicker that way. Yeah, cremate me and put me into a pine tree. No, I want to be an apple tree. You have 3 of your dog's ashes. Yeah, it's special to have. I feel close. I just feel, because, God, that was one of the saddest times of my life, losing Sandra. It's beautiful to become a tree. It's a win-win for the environment. Yeah. But I want like a tree that has fruit on it because I'm a fruitcake. You love Sandra? You get their names. Oh, I do too, Lottie. I call her Sandra all the time. I call Carol Sandra. Hey, Sharon. Hey, Julie. So I just wanted to say that, you know, to people like that, I think you really kind of move up level after level after level, and maybe you just get comfortable with a certain lifestyle. But man, calm the fuck down. I think you're going to be fine. Why doesn't he just start live streaming and talking about his stuff? Or just because he was like, I don't want to go back to old school 2010. And I understand, like, the quality of your content moves up, right? It gets better and better and better. And especially if you're paying somebody to edit your videos for you. But man, if it comes to that and you're feeling like you don't have money to make videos, just start recording your own shit again. It's completely fucking free. I mean, come on. I mean, if anything, the more money you make, you should just start doing shit for free. That way you could pocket the cash. You feel me? Jennifer, you're sweet. Why don't he do a different business with YouTube? Well, I mean, he does this top 10 thing and a lot of paranormal stuff and just interesting conspiracy stuff, which is interesting. But I mean, if you feel like you're not making enough money, just go back to the other way you were doing it and do it for free. People, because when I tune into somebody's channel, I mean, if the content is annoying, I mean, listen, there's a person that makes hate videos of me, and they edit the hell out of their videos and put too much loud music and it's almost like a middle schooler put it together. Like, I don't know. It's too much. It's over the top. So that kind of stuff drives me nuts, but I don't really care about the quality of your filming and your content. I mean, it's annoying if there's loud sounds in the background. I mean, I'm sure you could hear that bird outside right now. Did you know that I know how to communicate with animals? Paris Hilton on cremation. Wow, that's hot. I love Paris Hilton. You have to, oh, wait, what'd you just say? You have to walk through a cemetery? You have to walk through a cemetery from 1800 to 1870 to get to the woods. Those people are just dust. Exactly. I mean, if you think about it, they're just, once you're dead, and your soul moves on. And then you don't need to be, you know what, with all the debt that we have across the world, you'd think that they'd make it illegal for you to spend shit tons of money on funerals. And don't you dare get me started back up on weddings again. Don't do it. Invest instead of spending. Exactly. And I wouldn't even see a marriage as an investing. I see that as bankruptcy. Depending on who you're married to. 9 times out of 10, it's going to end in tears and shame. But to the people that can keep a marriage, that's really cool. I don't know how you do it. How do you tolerate somebody? Okay, hold on. I have a serious question for you guys. I have a serious question for you. Oh, thank you, Lana. Pride. Woohoo! Pride. You went to the, exactly, you went to the courthouse, see? Hey, Natasha, I love you, Natasha. They're both a waste of money. Exactly. Listen. When you have a wedding, how do I don't want to be too mean about this, but I just want to be honest about it. You ever notice that, okay, how do I say this nicely? So after people get married, hold on, hit a 1, first of all, if you're married in here. Congratulations if you are. Hit a 1 if you're married. Hit a 2 if you're divorced. Hit a 3 if you're single for life. Hell yeah. I'm just curious how many people that I could possibly offend at one time. Okay, I'm just going to say it. Okay, lots of congratulations. How do you, okay, do you guys, okay, hit a 5 if you sleep in the same room as your spouse in bed. I'm just curious. You don't have to, but committed 14 years, no marriage. I like you, Courtney. I like that. Hey, Amy, I love you. Here's my question. Oh, this is going to be mean. No, it's not going to be mean. It's honest. Stop lying to yourself. Okay, stop hitting me. How do you stay attracted? How do you stay? Okay, you do. The hoity-goity, oh my God. How do you stay when you sleep next to somebody? Okay, fuck it. I'm just going to say it because I'm stuttering now because I'm trying not to say something offensive. When you sleep next to somebody and you watch them eat and you hear them go to the bathroom and you smell their farts and you, how do you, maybe that's what unconditional love is, huh? How do you stay attracted sexually? Did that offend anyone? Your hub's as sexy as fuck. Well, there you go. I mean, shit. I guess you just gotta marry the hottest person you've ever met, if that's possible. All the hottest people I've ever met don't want me. Unconditional love. Isn't that sad? I've never made it that far in a relationship, but isn't it sad to watch your attraction for somebody wither away? And then you just become kind of like brother and sister, or brother and brother, or sister and butcher sister. Thank you, Pepperly. When you can Dutch oven your girl and she laughs, you found true love. That's sad. But exciting at the same time, because then somebody's going to love you no matter what. Maybe I just never got that because no one's going to love me like that. I love myself like that. Hey, Livia, you keep your spouse number 1 in your life. My husband is my best friend. Amen. And also, you know what's very unattractive too? Jealousy. Yeah, I said it. Jealousy. I think that's the number 1 reason people got turned off to me in the past, or I got turned off to somebody else, is them getting jealous or me getting jealous. It's unattractive. But I guess maybe I'm just the type of guy who judges a book by its cover. And you're only going to be hot if you're hot on the outside. That's all that ever matters to me. I don't care who you are on the inside. I just want to do you and be satisfied. I'm just kidding. Well, actually, I'm kind of not kidding. You know how people say, well, beauty is on the inside. I do agree with that. But if I'm going to do you for an eternity, you better stay hot on the outside and have some respect. Did you know that I think it's disrespectful to get ugly in a relationship? Some people can't control it, but you know how some people get comfortable? They're like, ah, fuck it. I landed the deal. I sealed the deal. Now we're married and I can just look however I want to and fart anywhere I want and be as disgusting as I want because they accept me for who I am. And that's beautiful if they love you for who you are. But it shows some respect. You know what I'm saying? Thank you, Kat. I think it's a respect thing if you keep up on yourself, not only for yourself, but for your lover. God has to be first, marriage second, kids third. Without God, marriage won't work. Without marriage, yes. Amy was saying this the other day, and it does make perfect sense. I'm going to read that again. God has to be first, marriage second, kids third. Without God, marriage won't work. Without marriage, your kids won't work. I told my kids this when they got married, and that is very good advice. But you know how there's some people and they're like, oh, they'll talk about their spouse and be like, oh, they want me. They're not going anywhere. I understand that. I love you too, Lufa. I understand that comfort level, and that's a beautiful level to reach. Because I can't say I ever reached that level with anybody. And I don't want to. But when somebody reaches that point and they're like, oh, they're going to love me, whatever, I'm just going to do whatever I want. No, I'm not going to brush my teeth today. And they better kiss me before they go to work. Brush your teeth first. Respect. Because, oh, now it's getting deep. Now I'm getting in the deep end. Let's go. I know how to swim. Let's go to the deep end. Oh, Natasha, that's sweet. I don't know if I ever want to, though. You want to know why? Because I like doing my own thing, and I don't like anybody interfering with that. If I feel like sleeping all day, I don't like the whole planning, like, oh, honey, what are we going to do this weekend? Well, it's exhausting even planning that. I'm off this weekend, so you're going to leave me the fuck alone and not bitch at me about shit and let me relax, and not complain on how I'm doing it. And then maybe you'll get a little bit of that. Because one way that, some people, like, they have makeup sex, fighting is unattractive. I don't like to fight in a relationship. You fart a lot, so I can't really complain when he does it. That's my kid's mom. She starved herself when single and then completely stopped giving a crap about herself when she lands someone. It's as though she would get in shape just to land a man. That's a good point. Well, that's kind of what I'm talking about is, and not even like the looks. I'm not even just talking about like outer appearance. I'm talking about hygiene. People are like, oh no, whatever. I'm not going to shower. My husband doesn't care. That's great. But at the same time, I'm going to say it. We're in the deep end. We made it to the deep end. Here we go. Oh God, please. Please, God, if I offend somebody, please don't let them find my address online. Please don't let them show up at the door and try to have sex with me. Please. I'm not ready. But I did brush my teeth just in case they do. You like feeling comfortable in your body. Yeah. And, comfortable in your body can be relaxing and doing whatever. Don't be uncomfortable in a relationship. But here's my thing. And I think I'm just going to give out this advice as a man because I feel like maybe God's telling me to say this. Or as a woman, either one. But we hear these terrible, sad stories of people getting cheated on. It doesn't matter what side of the gender you're on. Just getting cheated on and being devastated. And sometimes we look at the person they're cheating with, and this person is hot, really hot. And it's sad, and we wonder, looking from the outside in, I wonder what happened, or the person in the relationship is wondering, what happened? Now, I'm not making an excuse for cheating, okay? But maybe we can rewind and go back to where it all started. Why did they ever want to go somewhere? So then when we start looking at this unconditional love, you've been cheated on a lot, Casey? Yeah, me too. And I'm a Gemini. I've also been the cheater. I'm not going to lie. Sober and drunk. I know. But things led up to that. I didn't just do it to be mean or hateful. I was trying to escape out of the relationship, and I didn't want to hurt their feelings, so I just forgot to tell them I was having sex with somebody else. Because I didn't want them hurt. But then again, lying is hurting them, blah, blah. I know. I would say most people probably cheat, just hope they don't like the other person better. Marlene's a Gemini and she never cheated. Well, I'm not saying all Geminis cheat. What I'm saying is I like different flavors. And I think that's why I need to be single too. Most of the time, the people they cheat with aren't as attractive. I've seen that as well. So here's the thing. Let's take one of my relationships, for example. My first boyfriend cheated on me in pornography wearing my sweater. Like 7 different porn films. So I'm thinking, why would he ever wanted to cheat on me? I was super hot. Kinda. I mean, I've gotten better with age. But I was freshly out of the closet, so I was emotional and I was sad. And like I needed him there for a crutch because a lot of people I opened up to were having issues dealing with the fact that I was gay. So I really became like a best friend with my boyfriend, and I wanted to build that trust, but I was very jealous. Like, who's that? Who's this? Who are you talking to? Whether it was a female friend or a male. And I pushed him to the point of cheating, I think, because I felt even if I looked my best on the best day, I felt myself becoming unattractive to him because I was complaining and whining so much and just being annoying. So I kind of don't blame him for cheating. And the guy he cheated on me with was kind of hot. I watched them in that porno together out of curiosity. Did you know that I look better naked than the other guy, though? Hey, Seth, there you are. Self-esteem. Rob, do you have self-esteem? Yeah. So now, if you guys have ever been cheated on, we're not making excuses, but let's close our eyes. Not if you're driving and if it's dangerous. Go back to that time. Think of whatever time it was when you were cheated on. Now, was this person a low-life piece of shit? Or, hold on, let's rewind a little bit. What got to that point? Did you brush your teeth before you kissed them? Did you put deodorant on your... Woohoo! Did you take showers? Like, I'm just, thinking about the possibilities of that kind of stuff. And thinking about when you do have unconditional love to me is respect. Love is caring about one another. Love is being that person that they fell in love with, and keeping everybody grows and changes, but keeping a piece of that person that they fell in love with and were attracted to. So let's say if I were to get in a relationship and then after a while I was like, nah, I'm never going to shave my face again. I don't want to wash my face. I don't want to wash my ass. I'm not going to wash anything because I finally found someone I can be comfortable around. There's a difference between being comfortable and disgusting. You know what I'm saying? Ooh, you got to gargle, Ginger Snaps. You got to gargle. You got to get this part too. Do you know what I'm saying? So to me, like, if, let's say, now, of course, we're going to run into health issues, stuff like that, for better or worse, richer or poor. Or if you find a richer one, you move on to that one instead of the one you had. I'm just kidding. But people change. So if I'm in a relationship and somebody fell in love with me because, let's say, maybe they thought I was funny or they thought I was cute and they liked my image and the way I look and stuff like that. Now hey, Alchemy by Stars. Since getting married, it hasn't helped my situation. Oh, I'm sorry. So if someone fell in love with me and then all of a sudden I was funny at the beginning and now I'm just bitching in the relationship the whole time and I'm being a whiner and complainer, and they're like, whoa, what happened to that happy, bubbly person that I met? Where did that person go? So I think it's respectful. If you love your partner, it's respectful. Like, my grandma she would cook for my grandpa all the way up until their last days and would look good for him, and just, like, there was that level of loving and kindness, not only being comfortable, but also keeping that part of who they fell in love with. Maybe I'm just a traditional whore. That's just how I see it. And I don't even know how we got on that topic, by the way. How do we get on that topic? That's why I'm going to be single forever. Because if I ever let myself go, I'm just going to have myself anyway, so who cares? But I love myself and I respect myself. So that's why I don't want to do that. Your gran is me. I'm like that. Yeah, and you just, do little things. So listen, obviously I am in no space to give advice with relationships because I don't know last time you checked, but I've been having sex with myself in that bed for years now. Good times. Good memories. And nobody else. I was a good wife, kept my physical appearance up and house and clean. I still got cheated on. That son of a bitch, Lufa. Lufa, I got your pants right here. Lufa mailed her pants to my house. Oh, you're in the bath? See, taking care of herself, cleaning, being kind to herself and healthy. So here's my advice from a single man who's failed in every relationship he's had. Here's my advice. All by myself. I don't want you to sleep next to me so I could be all by myself tonight. Married 33 years. Congratulations, Regina. So if you're in a relationship right now and you feel like it's dwindling down, It's dying off and the leaves are starting to fall off and there's no springtime coming again. This is winter forever. Hey, Sazzy's Nails, do something to spice up your relationship, maybe that you did in the beginning, or something new and fresh. Try that. If you feel like your relationship's dying, maybe today put on lipstick. Or if you're a man, maybe do 10 push-ups so your arms look bigger today for your lover. Maybe clean your butthole. Take a shower. Maybe make a special dinner, or take your lover to that special place where you went in the beginning, maybe where you met. Spice it up. Make it fresh and new again. Because I think if relationships were like that, everything was, I mean, it sounds exhausting, actually. Never mind, scratch that. But if you're willing to put the time and the energy into it, throw that spice in there once in a while. Put on that favorite perfume that he used to do you good when he used to smell it. If you're a man, do some push-ups and maybe spray some pheromones on yourself. So when you walk by her, she's like, hot diggity, Doug, you smell hot as shit. Climb on top of me. She looks at you if you're tall and says, I'm going to climb that like a tree. My 34 and 24-year-olds are in the next room speaking about relationships. Tell them don't bother. Yes, hashtag Lisa K, clean that bungalow. Now, see, and I don't know, I think, oh God, I might offend people when I say this too. And I haven't had sex in a long time. Do you think that maybe we're just meant to be animals and do what everyone does each other? It's fair game. Or do you believe in, is it called monogamy? Hit a 1 if you are like really truly firmly believe in like commitment and monogamy, and hit a 2 if you feel like we're just wild sexual beasts that crawl off into the night on top of each other. And ain't no shame in your game. Being alone works best. Yep, me too, Lufa. Hey, Lisa. I think that, me personally, I think I was designed to be a free spirit. Do myself whenever I want to. And if anybody wants to engage in that with me, they're welcome. But they better not be married. To each their own. Yeah. I think everybody's kind of different. I'm seeing a mix of 1s and 2s. I hope you're doing good too. Not so basic, Brooke. I can see you now, Brooke. Cherry's a hoe? Well, I used to be a hoe. And when I become active again, I think I just want to find one person who's not going to fall in love with me, doesn't want commitment, just going to do me every now and then. Exactly, I love Durf. But you have to be careful because, I mean, obviously, if you're not in a relationship, there's the risk of STDs and all that kind of stuff. But, you know, we are nothing but mammals. Yeah, you and me, baby, ain't nothing but mammals. All I'm doing. Marlene wants to do Adam Levine. Well, get in line. Get in line. Because I'm first. I've been waiting in that line for years. Mixed with my dad's ashes in ink of a tattoo. Yeah, I kind of want to get Sandra's ashes and a tattoo of her cute little name, or maybe a picture of her. Maybe, probably her name. Hey, Heather. Hit a 1 if I've offended you this morning. My eyes itch. Anyone? Hey, Irvin. Bloodhound Gang, if nobody has heard that. So, yeah, that came out when I graduated high school in 2000. I don't know. Sometimes like when I was younger in my 20s, you kind of feel like you have to be in a relationship because that's like what everyone does. Hey, Kimberly. They get in a relationship, married, children, kids, and then they grow old together, or they grow apart. or they just don't grow at all. But I don't know. Me and Adam Lambert would be hot together. He's not really my type. Maybe a little bit, not really. Mean Girls was your sex ed. How do I love myself? Well, how do I count the ways? I treat myself to crab legs a lot. I make myself laugh. I talk to myself all day long and we laugh. We, because I'm one we, laugh together. I have enjoyable food. I try to take care of myself. I got sober. That's one of the best things I did for myself to love myself. Hey, Melissa. I just stopped being a whore. I did that to respect myself. So many different ways. I bang myself nice and good. I do lots of stuff to love myself. But I always make sure I laugh and I keep a close relationship with Christ. And that's how I love myself. Yeah, Angie, we have like 50 personalities. But as far as commitment and all that kind of stuff goes, I mean, I guess some people, you know, that's why you got to stop watching romance comedies. As much as I love Meg Ryan and all of her romance comedies, it doesn't matter how old you are. By the end of one of those movies, you catch yourself teared up and like, no one's ever going to love me. And then you hit stop and eject it out of the DVD player and throw it out the window and hope that it hits a romantic couple in the head that's walking down the street. And hopefully they get stitches as well. That's what I hope. We need to celebrate together your 1 year. Let's see. Today's date is the 6th of June. So 21 days until my 1 year sobriety anniversary, which I do want to have two of my friends that helped me when I first got sober, Nicole from Real Talk Recovery, and Brutally Lauren. They do recovery streams and stuff, and I want to have them on. Maybe we'll do like a game night and stuff. It'll just because that's going to be a special time. I'm really excited for that. I mean, you know, some people get proud when they graduate college, stuff like that. Like, I never furthered my education after high school because I was a boozy whore. But I did. Like, that's the biggest accomplishment I think I've ever had. Didn't cost me anything except my dignity. Well, no, it didn't even do that. It cost me having to give up the booze and the drugs and the whores. Can't believe it's been a year. It's been a weird year. Because you guys know, if you ever do anything good for yourself, the devil attacks you and tries to make it not possible for you to do that kind of stuff. And you know what? I'm going to be 100% honest with you guys right now. This was last weekend. I was so stressed, so annoyed with just what I've dealt with here on YouTube. Hey, Insanely Confused. And I was praying to God, and I was like, God, what is the point of even being sober at this point? What's the point of not drinking? Because I was feeling pain in my body from being so stressed out, just from anxiety of people just being mean on YouTube and me responding and all that kind of stuff. And I even was like planning in my head, the devil was working with me. I was like, you know what? If shit doesn't get better soon, fuck it. I'm going to drink, God, and I don't care anymore because it doesn't seem like you're helping. I said that in my head to God. And immediately there was this silent flashback of this whole entire last year. Hello, Lita. This whole entire last year of just every emotion I felt. And you want to know what? It was like a silent piece of the majority of the things that I could remember from this last year have been positive. No matter how much bad stuff that I've gone through, the majority has been really positive. And it was like that silent, reasonable voice that God was saying, why would you want to throw away all that? For what? For people stressing you out? Because I was just like, God, you know, I used to drink when I'd get stressed out. And it just like, I felt like I wasn't seeing justice in my situation. And that's when God was like, well, stop contributing to the situation. And I'm talking about responding to people that make videos of me or harass me or make fun of me or whatever. It was a simple, and yeah, God is a smart ass, but it's the truth. That voice inside that we hear, and we're stubborn, because I'm the most stubborn person I know. So when God's like, why don't you just forgive that person? Well, I will, God, of course. I forgive everybody. But I'm mad right now, so I want to make them feel just as bad as they've made me. So mind your own business. And then I'll go crying to him again when my feelings are hurt. He's like, I told you, just forgive them and move on. No, God, you don't understand. They did this to me and they need to realize what they did was wrong. And I'm not going to forgive them yet until they do. And God's like, well, then you're doing it wrong. Okay, God. Let me take a time out real fast. He does have a sense of humor, but it's true. That simple voice that we hear inside, like when I'm seeing people make videos of me or whatever it is, and I immediately want to talk shit to them, that voice is always powerful and silent. And it says, don't respond. Don't say anything to them. And then what do? I come on and I cuss them out, scream at them, call them every name in the book. And then I wonder why they get more mad and make more videos of me. And then I go to God and I'm like, God, why isn't this stopping? He's like, well, I fucking told you, dumbass. Don't respond to it. And what did you do? You didn't listen. Well, I was upset. Well, don't be upset. You made yourself upset. Don't let it upset you. You don't understand. Yeah, I do. I was hung and nailed on a fucking cross. You think I don't fucking understand what pain is, idiot? Get away from me. Now you're annoying me. Amen, Fall Autumn. I was bullied hard growing up. Oh. And abuse caused my looks, and I found a sense of humor. And having sense of humor happens everything, or it helps everything. Sadness, anger, I think it's attractive. That's one of the main qualities I look for when I used to date, is you have to be funny and we have to laugh together, and you have to get my sense of humor, because that's fun. I love seeing so many of my Cooper cult leaders. Yes, Amesta. Thank you, Audrey. And welcome, Peach. Hey, Alexandra. It will piss them off more. Yeah, and see, that's the other thing too, is, you know, when people say, I hate the word that's saying kill them with kindness, because I used to do that, and it's a mean thing to do. Like, if you're doing it, if you're just being silent to be like, I don't want anything to do with it, it can make them mad, but I don't want anything to do with it. I like that, like what you just said. But some people give the advice of like, kill them with kindness. And I feel like killing with kindness has bad intentions. Basically, it's saying, be so nice to them that you piss them off. And that's not a good intent. You know, that's bad. Thank you, Seth. So I don't believe in like killing with kindness, because that in the long run ends up making problems even more worse. Has to be hard to ignore and not. It is hard, especially because, like I said, I'm a stubborn asshole. And that's why my faith with God is my fault when it gets shaky, because if I would have just listened, you know how I test my intuition on you guys? The first thing that pops up, well, that same intuition always tells me the right thing to do. Somebody just made a video of me. I'm going to get on and cuss them out. And I start scheduling the live stream. 254-282, 254-285-26. And I share myself out so that everybody could hear me talk shit about that person. And then after I'm done, I feel worthless and like I've just made problems worse. And then I go tell God, oh, God, that didn't work. Now what? Well, I already told you what the fuck what. Do you not have, I blessed you with 2 ears. The fuck? Go brush your hair. You look like shit. I will, Natasha. I need to work on my potty mouth too, but fuck. Not now, I can't. Well, maybe I'll try. You have to get to the point where you honestly don't give a fuck of what anyone thinks. Yeah. And this is the perfect place to test that. Having a YouTube channel is a perfect way to test your patience, your emotions, your snapping abilities, and to test how long your fuse is. My fuse is confused. That rhymed. It goes from long when I first started, then I went to really short, and then I let it grow long again, and then short, and long, and short. Lately, my fuse has been really short. Anybody have any extra fuse I can borrow? Because I'm about to blow. I just completely avoid anyone that doesn't like me. I don't even try to explain myself. What for? It's a waste of time, and no matter what I say will make them like me again. Yeah, and you truly can't argue with a fool. And the people that want to continue engaging and arguing are the problem. Why I don't like to argue with people. Am I good at it? Oh, hell yeah. I will fucking hurt your feelings so bad. And I don't like that because that's a really bad quality. It's a negative trait of mine. Is when you make me mad, I want to make you hurt. If you hurt my feelings, I want to make you feel ugly. If you talk shit about anything that has to do with me, I want to talk shit about you, and I want to see you and witness you cry. And I don't like that. You have to have thick skin. Yeah. There's even been recently a couple of times where I'm like, I wonder what it'd be like if I just deleted my account and disappeared. Because it gets so stressful. But then you have to remember the reason I don't come on here to argue with people. Have I? Oh, fuck yeah. But I come on here to have a good time and to talk with you guys and all that. Oh, I remind you of your son. And that's what I have to hang on to. So as I was talking about this Matthew Sataro earlier, if you're truly respecting the people, I hate the word subscribers, your friends or the people that you hang out with in chat or the people that watch you, if you're truly respecting them, and if I truly respected the friendship that I'm building with a lot of you guys and, just doing stuff on my channel, then I would respect the fact that you guys are positive. You guys are the ones that have helped me stay sober the last year. And that by giving attention to the mean people, I'm ignoring you guys and disrespecting you by giving these people attention over here. And it doesn't matter if you're a member, if you've paid, if you've super chatted, if you've PayPal'd, any of that. It doesn't matter if you're just silently watching me. It's the fact that that's not what I came on here to do. I'm not going anywhere. Neither are you. We're here before, and we will be here long after the trash takes itself out. And you know what, Natasha? Lots of people think, you hear them all the time. We're going to bring down this person's channel. We're going to get rid of them, get them off the internet, and blah, blah, blah. Okay, well, let's think about that. Think about everybody who's listening right now. If you have a channel, think about that. If you were to lose your channel today, what would you have left? For me, if I did, I would still have the same thing I had when I didn't have it. The only difference would be I wouldn't be able to log into this account because I still have the friends that I made here. I still keep in contact with people now, and I still would even after if that happened. So people think, oh, if they destroy your channel, they're destroying you. Well, it depends on if your channel defines you or not. My channel does not define me. My channel has me on it, but it does not define who I am. And I don't rely on it. I come here to talk to people and have a good time and all that. And that's what matters. And so I know that, let's say I did lose my channel. I know I can start another one and have the same fucking people come because we enjoy each other's company. And that's it. We seem to enjoy the same creators. That's it. And so when I was listening to that guy, that's what you said yesterday, Natasha. When I was listening to that guy, Matthew Sataro, talk about, love you, Georgia, I don't know if I can come on here. And he was saying, I respect you guys and I want to give you quality content. In my personal opinion, getting back to him before we go, if you truly respected them, you wouldn't be complaining about the money that you're not getting from them anymore. If you truly respect them, If you respect people and you have a following to the point where you get to where Matthew Satiro is, I don't think at that point it's really the matter of the quality of your video content or not. It's the fact that people follow him because they like him. So they're not doing it to be like, oh, we're not going to watch him anymore because he can't make quality videos. They're coming on to see you, Matthew Satiro. So whether you just log in and talk to him or put your face on a camera for free and not pay somebody to edit your film, people are going to be just as happy, in my opinion. And if they're not, then they're not there for the right reasons. And that's it. Hey, Angela. You're confused most of the time. Join the club. I'm a Polak. Which, by the way, I got to tell you this before I go. So I made peace with Kelly, the advocate. What was it, a couple days ago? So I went in and I was saying hi on her stream yesterday. She was talking about that, that you can find out your heritage, your ancestry. So I ordered the kit, the full kit. I'm going to test to see what I am. Because lots of people think that I'm Hispanic or Middle Eastern, and maybe I am. Because I know I'm Polak, Irish. You won't lose your internet family. Amen to that, Audrey. Quality over quantity. Bingo. Yeah. Listen, I have a very addictive personality, and even YouTube sometimes becomes addictive to me just coming on and talking, or, it feels good to come on and vent, especially since I was transparent about my sobriety, and it just feels good to be open. And sometimes I'm a little bit too open, but it still feels good to come on here. And thank you, Miss Thang B. But yeah, if you respect your followers or whatever he wants to call them, just show up. That's all you need to do. If it's hurting your wallet by paying people to edit your videos, just stop paying people to edit your videos. Because you're asking more from your followers. Hey, Leslie, by saying, hey, I'm not making enough. This is basically what he said, what I got from his video. I don't know if you guys watched it. You know what? I'm going to put the link in the chat so you can go watch it after I get off here. I want you to go follow me on Twitch and join their $5 a month, and that'll make up for what I'm losing views here on YouTube. What? So you're saying you only come on YouTube to make money, which, if you do that, whatever, that's fine. But don't say you care about your viewers when really all it is money. You know what I'm saying? Because that can come and go. You can have things or money, but it can be taken away in a second. Exactly. So what are you going to have if that's ever taken away? That's why I like being a minimalist, and I'm becoming more and more like that the older I grow. If I lost, income and all of that, I still have my sobriety. I still have the people I love. I still have Carol. But I would go work for cash for Carol. I'd go work the streets to feed my baby. I'd go work the streets. Yeah, it did feel really good to make peace with Kelly, the advocate. And it was a simple misunderstanding, I really, truly thought she didn't like me. But we exchanged sweet emails, and she was very kind to me. And that's what felt good. Does it feel good when I come on here and rip people to shreds when I'm mad? Yeah, it feels really good. But it feels even better. It feels so much better to make peace with people like Natasha. When her and I first met on YouTube, I was going hard. I was like, oh my God, she's a bitch, blah, 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 blah. She's one of the greatest people. I love watching her stuff on here. I love talking to her, and she's become a nice friend in my life. And I never would have thought that in a million years when I first saw you, Natasha. I was like, that bitch. Anybody say we do this for a living is hilarious. My bills were paid before. Exactly, Natasha. Now, obviously, there are people that do make this their sole purpose of income or whatever. But like I said, that's dangerous. Because what if, even big YouTube creators, big with millions of followers, they've had their channels removed, they've had copyright, all sorts of stuff. So you never know what's going to happen. So don't make it your end all be all, just your channel. It's all about you. Because there are times where I have to stop myself because I catch myself. I ticked your turtle. I catch myself looking at my phone, catching up on messages, emails and stuff, because along with your channel comes contact with people. you have emails, you have messages, and it's great, wonderful people. And that alone is hard to keep up with, and it's exhausting. And that is why when you see me get on here cranky and I'm like, I don't have time for this shit, I truly don't have time for it. And I don't want to make time to exhaust myself arguing with people, because it's already exhausting enough enjoying myself with people. You feel me? Always have a backup plan, YouTube and life in general. Exactly. Exactly. So anyways, I need to go get ready for my day. Oh, I'm gonna put his video in the Matthew Centaro. I'm gonna put his video. See, here it is. He posted it. So he has 6.26 million followers. The title of this video is I Have to Talk About This. Hold on, and this is where he's getting his people to go over to his Twitch, which is fine, you know, to have multiple social media platforms, but my goodness. So I'm just going to type, here's his video. There's that. And speaking of backup channels, you can go over. I'm going to put my other channel. A lot of people don't know I have my other channel on here. That's where I do more, you know, just entertaining stuff, music, parodies, stuff like that. So I'll put that in the chat too. Oh, you too, Melissa. I'm going to be downtown Denver all day today. My other channel. Love you, Lufa. Okay. You're not watching. He's rude. Well, I mean, he is a likable person. He is, but hearing that kind of stuff is just, it's disappointing, because it kind of shows you the real reason people are on here. I remember, I'm not going to say her name, but this woman on here like a year ago or so got demonetized. And you know, that happens sometimes by mistake or whatever. And then you could retry later. But I mean, she literally told her audience, I'm not going to be able to come on here anymore because she got demonetized. I'm like, wait a minute, you have a community of people that you claim you love so much, you love spending time with them and stuff. And now that you're not going to make money off them, you're not coming on anymore? That's bullshit. I'm going to go to my drama channel and use some folks for views and super chats now. I love you too, Natasha. I'll be listening. I'm going to be in the shower twerking to Little Mix, and then I'll be listening in my car if you're going live shortly. Love you too, Susan. All right, guys. I hope you have a beautiful day and all. You know what? I'm going to go ahead and talk to you later, okay? Wouldn't that be fun? No chance.